Hi, I'm Sue. I'm a trustee with Adferiad. I've been for quite a few years now, and I've taken over as the chair. I'm from Pontardawe at the moment, but I was originally from Port Talbot, Sandfields Estate girl. I'm a priest in the church in Wales. I'm a grandmother, one little granddaughter, and I live on my own with three mad cats, and that's my life, really. I've been a trustee now for about 7 years, I think. And it's really enjoyable. Get involved with everything that's going on. I was asked if I'd be interested in taking over as chair, and I've got quite a lot of experience of chairing meetings. I was chair of my trade union for a long time. I chaired the mental health group at DVLA, which I helped to set up. I was mayor of Pontardawe for a while, which means I was chair there too. So I've got plenty of experience, and I really wanted to give something back to Adferiad, and it's nice to be asked. I became a trustee because I was a Time to Change Wales champion, and one of the members of staff got to know me, and they approached me to see if I'd be interested. Time to Change Wales, especially, so Adferiad, completely changed my life. Absolutely, completely changed my life. And I wanted to really give something back, say thank you for that, and have some say in the way things went forward as well. From when I was born, I obviously had some sort of issue. I was incredibly anxious about everything. I just had this terrible anxiety all the time, but I didn't realize that that wasn't how everybody else was. And it wasn't until I was in my 30s. I'd had a baby in the September. I'd been chair of the trade union side during the first privatisation of a civil service department in the December. And it came through to the spring, and I decided I was going to kill myself. I was going to throw myself under a bus because I didn't want anybody to feel guilty, and I thought that they'd just think it was an accident. So I didn't leave any notes or anything. But when it actually came to it, the bus driver was a driver I knew, and he smiled at me. And instead of stepping forward, I stepped back. And from that point, I went straight to the doctor's surgery. And I don't know how bad I must have looked, but the receptionist took me straight in to see the doctor, which I've never known before or since. And they diagnosed me with clinical depression. Having the voice of lived experience is absolutely key, in my view, because the people who have the problems, the people who have the best ideas of how to solve those problems, we all need support, we all need guidance, and there are things that we can't do for ourselves. But unless you involve the person, they're not going to take part in the treatment, and they're not going to be able to embrace everything. So respecting a person and taking their views on board, to me, is key to the whole thing. And that's what I'd like to see more of in the future. I think one of the reasons that people approached me to become chair is because right the way through, I've been really passionate about the people who use the services of Adferiad having a voice. Over the past few years, we've moved a little bit away from giving a voice to those who use the services. And for me, it's really, really important that we move back to that, so that we are led by the people who use the services, that we are showing what can be achieved by people who have addiction problems and mental health problems, or whatever the particular problem is, and that we've got an awful lot to give. And that's why I wanted to be considered for chair, really, because when they came and asked would I like to do it, I had a good think and thought, yeah, this is the next thing now. Let's encourage other people to come along. So hopefully during my period, people will see that you can come as a service user and work your way right through the organisation. This organisation has completely changed my life, and for the better. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't found you 10 years ago, but I feel like I'm beginning to fulfil my potential, and I know that I'm a bit elderly perhaps to be coming to that point, but it's never too late, and I hope I can give a lot back, and that you'll be proud of me.